I always believed that solo journeys held the promise of self-discovery and adventure. Little did I know that embarking on such a journey would lead me not only to far-off places, but to the most unexpected destination of all: love. It all began with a decision to escape the routine, to trade the known for the unknown. Armed with a backpack and an open heart, I set out on an expedition to explore the captivating landscapes of Europe. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene hills of Tuscany, I roamed, capturing moments with my camera and filling the pages of my journal with stories. One crisp morning in Barcelona, as the sun painted the sky with shades of orange, I found myself at a small café nestled in a quiet corner. I sipped my coffee, enjoying the solitude, when my gaze was drawn to a captivating stranger across the courtyard. His tousled dark hair danced in the breeze as he lost himself in the pages of a book. There was an aura of mystery about him, a magnetic pull that stirred my curiosity. Days turned into weeks, and Barcelona wove its magic around me. Each morning I found myself at that café, my heart secretly hoping to catch another glimpse of the enigmatic reader. And then, one fateful afternoon, our eyes finally met. It was as if the universe conspired to bring us together, a silent invitation to step out of our solitudes and into each other's worlds. I gathered my courage and approached him, my pulse quickening with every step. His smile was warm and inviting, his voice as soothing as a gentle melody. We talked about books, art, and the unexplored corners of the city. He was Luca, an Italian artist, wandering the world seeking inspiration. Our conversations flowed effortlessly, and in that moment it felt like I had known him all my life. As days turned into nights, our connection deepened. We explored Barcelona's hidden alleys, lost ourselves in its vibrant markets, and shared stories under the starlit sky. Every moment spent with Luca was like a vibrant stroke of color on the canvas of my life. But as much as I cherished these moments, a shadow of doubt lingered. We were travelers passing through, two souls destined to part ways once the journey ended. One evening, as we stood atop a hill overlooking the city's twinkling lights, Luca turned to me with a solemn expression. "I never thought I'd find someone who understands the essence of my nomadic heart," he said, his gaze intense. "But I'm afraid that when this adventure ends, so will our story." Tears welled up in my eyes, for his words echoed my own fears. We were caught in a whirlwind of emotions, torn between the present and an uncertain future. The conflicting desires to stay and explore love or to continue our separate paths tugged at our hearts. Days passed in a haze of emotional turmoil. Our time together became bittersweet, every shared laugh tinged with the impending goodbye. Yet, amidst the conflict, our bond grew stronger. We found ourselves in each other's arms, seeking solace in the warmth of our embrace. Love had found us, and it was as beautiful as it was painful. As my departure date neared, a heavy cloud of sadness enveloped us. On the eve of my last day in Barcelona, we stood by the shore, watching the waves crash against the rocks. "What if we choose love?" Luca's voice was a whisper, carried away by the wind. I turned to him, my heart racing. "What do you mean?" He looked into my eyes, determination etched on his face. "What if we don't let fear dictate our paths? What if we create a story that defies distance and uncertainty?" His words ignited a spark of hope within me. I took his hand, intertwining our fingers. "Then let's choose love," I said, my voice unwavering. In that moment, as the waves serenaded us and the stars painted the night sky, our resolution was sealed. Love wasn't just a fleeting emotion. It was a choice we made, a journey we embarked upon together. Over the following months, we navigated the challenges of a long-distance relationship. We sent letters, shared late-night calls, and dreamed about the moments we would create together. The miles between us felt like an insurmountable chasm, but our love bridged the gap. We grew closer through our shared experiences and our unyielding faith in each other. Yet, as the months turned into a year, the ache of separation became more pronounced. The longing in Luca's voice during our calls mirrored my own. The idea of a future together was both tantalizing and daunting. The worry that our love might not withstand the test of time gnawed at the edges of my thoughts. One particularly melancholic night, with the glow of my laptop screen illuminating my weary face, I found myself typing a heartfelt letter to Luca. I poured out my fears, my insecurities, and the unending love that anchored me. I hesitated before sending it, wondering if my vulnerability would be met with understanding, or if it would be the undoing of what we had built. Days turned into weeks as I waited for his response. Every notification made my heart race, and when his reply finally arrived, I held my breath as I read his words. His letter echoed my own worries, but it was laced with an unwavering commitment to us. He shared his dreams, his hopes, and the strength he drew from our love. And then, in a sudden turn of fate, an opportunity presented itself. A job opening in my hometown, an opportunity for Luca to move closer to me. The decision was monumental, a step that could either solidify our love or shatter it completely. Luca's letter was filled with his doubts and uncertainties, but amidst the turmoil, his words held a truth that resonated deep within me. "Love is not the absence of challenges," he wrote, "but the courage to face them together." With bated breath, I responded, pouring my heart into the words that would shape our future. "Choose love, choose us," I implored. "For no matter the hurdles that come our way, I believe in our love's resilience." The weeks that followed were marked by a mixture of excitement and trepidation. The uncertainty of whether he would choose to uproot his life for the possibility of our love weighed heavily on me. And then, one evening, as I sat in my favorite corner of the park, my phone chimed with a message. My heart raced as I read Luca's words. "I'm coming," he wrote, and with those two simple words, my world expanded and contracted all at once. Joy mingled with nervousness as the reality of his impending arrival settled in. When the day finally came, I stood at the airport, my heart pounding against my ribcage. The crowd of arriving passengers blurred into a sea of faces, and then among them I spotted him, Luca, a vision of hope and possibility. Our eyes locked, and time seemed to stand still as we closed the distance between us. As he reached me, his arms enveloped me in a tight embrace, and all the worries, the doubts, and the fears melted away. In that moment, surrounded by the bustling airport and the scent of distant places carried by the air, there was only us, the culmination of a journey that began with a chance encounter in a café. "Welcome home," I whispered against his shoulder, and he held me even tighter, a promise of forever in his embrace. The days that followed were filled with a mix of adjustment and euphoria. We navigated the intricacies of living together, discovering the rhythms of each other's lives. The closeness we had longed for became a tangible reality, and every mundane moment was infused with a sense of wonder. Cooking together, sharing laughter, and falling asleep in each other's arms. All of it felt like a dream we never dared to dream. And in those quiet moments, as we lay side by side, the glow of the setting sun casting a warm embrace over us, we talked about our journey, the doubts, the fears, the hurdles we overcame. Luca confessed that the decision to move had been both terrifying and exhilarating, but he knew it was the right one. "Life is a series of choices," he said, his fingers tracing invisible patterns on my arm, "and choosing love is the greatest choice of all." As we looked back on the path that had led us to this point, it became clear that every twist, every uncertainty had been worth it. Love had not only brought us together, but had also shown us the strength within us. Our serendipitous journey was not just about the destinations we explored, it was about the love we built, nurtured, and chose every day. Today, as we stand in our home, surrounded by the echoes of our laughter and the warmth of shared memories, I'm reminded that love is not a destination. It's the journey we embark upon together. Our hearts, once strangers passing in the night, had found their home in each other, and as the sun sets on another day, I know that our love story, one born from serendipitous trails, will continue to evolve, to grow, and to inspire others to choose love, even in the face of uncertainty.